The other day during one of our BTSC podcasts, you can listen to our podcasts in the player below this article, a listener asked me a very simple question with a not-so-simple answer. Who will be the team's number 2 wide receiver in 2019? Every Pittsburgh Steelers fan around the globe knows JuJu Smith-Schuster will be the team's No. 1 receiver entering his 3rd NFL season, but who will be the man riding shotgun? You know, the No. 2 receiver? Let's look at the candidates. As of now, James Washington, Donte Moncrief, Eli Roger, Shrean Switzer. We all assume there will be at least 1 wide receiver addition via the 2019 NFL Draft, but just focusing on the players already on the roster makes you wonder who will be the true No. 2 heading into 2019. Assuming Rodgers and Switzer will be delegated to special teams and slot responsibilities, it makes this a 2-horse race between Washington and Moncrief. Washington continues to be an unknown commodity after a rough rookie season, but the same could be said about Moncrief, who has struggled the last 3 seasons with mediocre to bad quarterbacks throwing him passes. It is easy to sit here and suggest the Steelers will draft a wide receiver who is day 1 ready, but as you know, there are no guarantees when it comes to the NFL Draft. When the Steelers selected Smith-Schuster in the 2nd round, no one expected much, then he almost amassed 1,000 yards as a 20-year-old. When the Steelers selected Washington in the 2nd round, everyone expected another JuJu-like performance, but was treated to an up-and-down season with very little contributions to the team. In other words, you can't account for a rookie to jump into the number 2 wide receiver role, even though it has happened before. When looking at both Moncrief and Washington, you don't really have to choose one or the other. Sure, this will be a very good camp battle to watch, but the Steelers might just be able to have Moncrief, Washington and Smith-Schuster on the field at the same time regularly. Hear me out. If you look at the statistics, Smith-Schuster does some of his best work from the slot. Sure, it sounds weird to have your top wide receiver running from the slot, but putting Smith-Schuster, who is ridiculously versatile, in the slot will maximize mismatches. Put a safety on Smith-Schuster, he will win. Smith-Schuster will even win against most slot cornerbacks in the league. So, if you put Smith-Schuster in the slot, it will allow Moncrief and Washington to do damage on the outside. This isn't to suggest the Steelers won't ever have Smith-Schuster on the outside. He will certainly play there when the team only deploys 1 or 2 wide receivers, but when they have multiple wide receivers on the field, the team certainly has options. In this situation, there really is no clear-cut answer to the question of who the Steelers' number 2 wide receiver will be in 2019. It could be a multitude of players used in that role, and this isn't necessarily a bad thing. Maximizing matchups is something every NFL team does with regularity, and if the black and gold can get some solid contributions from receivers not named Smith-Schuster, their depth chart and passing attack will be just fine.